Hey guys, it's JC Chandler back again. I hope everyone is doing well and I hope you had a great week. I am back to do the create along and I'm hoping that you have some clay cutters, some clay, some tile. I'll tell you all of what I have here and you should be able to, I don't know, press pause, come back and create along with me. Before I go any further, I want to say thank you to all the subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. We are getting there, very close to 1900. And for those of you who click play and you haven't decided to subscribe yet, I'd really love to have you as part of the community. But if not, clicking play still helps and it makes me happy. There's clicking in the background. That is my oven that I'll be using for the clay when I get ready to bake it. Let me tell you what we have. First of all, you want some clay. Softened, conditioned clay. That's what I have here. You guys saw me work with this recently, more specifically the black clay. And I'll show you what I have done with that. You'll want something to varnish your clay, to smoothen it down when you wrap it, lay it on paper. So let me show you what we got. If you have some cornstarch will be very helpful. You want a tile, you want a sheet of paper, some regular old copy paper. Let's see, what else? You need an oven. And I think that's it. Oh, you're gonna want a tool to smoothen out. If you don't have it, you can use your fingers, but I have a silicone tool to smoothen out the edges of my clay before I bake it, so we don't have to do any sanding. This particular shape has a lot of crevices that will be pretty difficult to shape. I had spent a lot of time on this one, and it was basically because of my own errors, and I'll show you as we go along. Let's see. You're gonna probably want a drill or hand drill, Dremel, something like this. This one is an electric one. Got off of Amazon. I'll see if I can put some links down below so you can put a hole. This one's made to have a hole right there. Okay. All right, I think that's it right now. I got a little music going on in the background, and let's just get this going. If you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the comments. I have not worked with clay in a very, very long time. You guys should know it's been a while, because when I went to go and condition the clay, it was so hard. So it's been over a year before I made these, and I'm gonna show you all my faux pas. These have been baked, and we might make some more mistakes. I don't know. Let's just get started. All right, so I have this clay right here. This is the black clay that I put the baby oil in to condition it, and it was really, really soft. And when I went to cut my shapes, it was just too soft. So let me show you what I did. I put it in between sheets of paper so the oil, and sometimes you need to do this with some brand new clay, even if it's not done the way that I did it with the oil. So I let this soak up, and then I put it between another sheet of paper, and it did that, soaked up a little bit more, but I think I like where we are here. But that's where this will come in, because I didn't want it to stick to my my cutters. And that's just a normal thing that happens when you're messing around with clay cutters, soft clay and clay cutters. It's very, very possible that your cutters will stick. So now I'm going to pull out the larger tile. I had a glass one last time and I couldn't stop the glare, and again, here we go with this glare. I can't help it, guys. I apologize if this is in your eye. I'm trying to keep that from happening. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna get a piece of paper. I'll get a piece of paper when I'm done with cutting the clay. This might help though. All right, so I'm gonna put the clay down on my tile, right? And this has been rolled out on my thickest setting. And for my pasta roller machine, that's the number 7. I don't know. I'll try to bring the brand name to you guys by a link down below. Let me go ahead and pull out these newer blades. I'm scared I'm gonna cut myself. Let me do this. Let me go with what I know. I'm gonna go with the old raggedy. I just want to cut the edges, clean off the edges here. And I'm only gonna cut maybe 2, just another set of cutters, 1 of each, because like I said, I haven't worked with clay in a while, and I'm not teaching you guys how to work with clay. I'm just showing you how I'm doing it, okay? So I might do more than 2. So because of all of these intricate cuts, it's gonna be wise to at least try to keep it from sticking. And I haven't done this before. I've seen it done before. So let's see what happens. Hopefully it'll work. And I want to roll this just a little bit. Not roll, but press. And I always do kind of a shimmy with mine to make sure that it cuts all the way through. Let's see what happens. Okay, that cut all the way through. Very nice. I like that. So let's do the other one. I'm putting it inside some cornstarch. That's what this is. Regular old cornstarch. Baby powder would probably work as well. I'm gonna go ahead and press down. Use this to press down. If you have one of those stamping acrylic flat pieces of clear acrylic, that might work. See, I'm doing a little jiggle and a little jiggle just to make sure. This is just how I do it. Y'all don't have to do it. Let's see. All right, so there we go. We got that. That looks nice and clean. I'm going to try one more. Since we have it here, right? Since we have the black clay already rolled out, let's see what we can do. I just want to make sure that it's cutting all the way through. Yep, all the way through. Let me go ahead and do this one. Sometimes when I'm pressing down, if I don't stand up and put my body weight on it, I can't get it to go all the way down. So that's why I'm trying specifically hard to make sure it is cut all the way through. It's not hard, it's just at this angle, it's not easy. Now, I hope you guys are doing well and have created something totally amazing over the past week. Look at that. So it's all the way through. Now let me go ahead and pull this up, and we'll have just our beautiful lady. Oh, I love this. Now the only thing about having this on a tile is the back of it will be shiny. And I don't want to lift this up because it'll move. See how wide that is? I took it up off the thing and it moved my shape, and I don't want to do that. So what I am going to do is keep it on here, and I'm going to clean the edges. And I'm just pushing the edges up against my piece, right? Because there's nothing really there. It's just the outline, just a little bit of the clay. So I'm gonna finish that before I put this in the oven, and I'll be right back. So I want to show you guys what I'm doing a little bit more detailed. I am rubbing around the edge to get that excess. That's from the outside of the cutter. So I'm just kind of rubbing off the edge and smoothing. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. And for the areas that are in between here, I'm just kind of scraping the edges to get kind of like this. I'm doing that on the inside here, right? So detailed, so I'm just following along the edge. To clean that up. Right along the edges. Not pressing, I'm just following it. And I'm just using a toothpick. Just like that. All right, I just want to show you guys. I'll be right back. All right, now you probably won't have as much cleanup as I just did, and I'm doing it just because that's just how I'm doing it. I'm going to varnish this down just a little bit so it'll stay stuck to the tile. I'm gonna wipe this down just a little bit, just a dab to get that cornstarch off. Now, one thing I did not do with these that I want to do with this one, and it's a test, I don't know how it's gonna come out, but I'd like to make some separation lines so that I can paint her wrap, right? And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let me see, did I do this? So what I'm talking about is I want to do like a line like I did on here. Oh, I did it on the other colors. Make the line go across. I don't have any of the ones that I did, but I think what I'm gonna do is come across. I might have to do it after I bake it. Let me bake it first, and then I could tape it down. That's what I'll do. Be right back. Okay, so that's in the oven. While that's in the oven, let me show you what I did and what went wrong here. And I think it's the way that I rolled this out. So if you look carefully, you can see some bubbles. And if you don't pop those before you put them in the oven, this is what it looks like. hot mess. But like I said, I had not done this in a while, and I was testing out my oven as well, so I had to sacrifice some clay to do it. And this is what it looks like on just the tile. See how shiny it is? I should have put some paper on it. I think actually this was on paper, but you see the bubbles there? I didn't do a great job smoothing out the clay. So that's what happened here. I, of course, don't think I will be doing anything with these other than using them as an example of what not to do. And what I also did with these is I did not cut all the way through with the cutter. So a couple of faux pas here, and when I had them on the tile, I lifted it up with my my blade, and it stretched out these. So if you look at this, this is the original shape. This is a wood blank that I have, and I tried to push it back down and in place, but it just didn't do it. These are cute, but looks like her wrap is coming off her head. So let's see how the other ones come out. I don't know what's gonna happen. But I bake that, I'm baking that on 300 for 30 minutes. I'll be right back. All right, so we have the black clay that has been baked. Now, these are better, and there's no bubbles, so hopefully yours came out well. I'm not going to do any further cleaning. You guys clean your clay pieces the way you feel like you want to. I'm gonna move on to the painting. So I have some metallic paints, and this is just the way that I'm going to do it. I was gonna draw a line or maybe put some tape, but I'm not gonna do all that. I'm going to do what I do with my bottles of metallic paint. This is my preferred way of painting, sometimes when I have little delicate little areas. So that's what I'm doing with these. So I've got a bronze, gold, and blue, all metallics, and you've seen them in my previous videos. And if I can find the link, I will link below. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the blue in the middle. Now this is all gonna take some time to dry, so I think let me do one first. Hopefully this doesn't spray all over the place. Let's see. There we go. I don't know. This one's gonna be the blue. So let's see. I've never done this paint on clay before. Let me make this line. Let's see if that works. I'm not squeezing, I'm just letting my paint drip. Let's see. Let me go over here. I'll do this. And there. That one's got bubbles, so tap that out. This is definitely gonna have to dry, so this one's thick. Let me see if I can get something to soak up some of this paint without messing it up. Let's see. I don't want it to be that thick, but I'm not gonna mess it up. If it's gonna mess up, I'm gonna leave it. I think this is it's doing what I need it to do. Okay. Now, let's see what happens when I do a different color. I hope I don't mess this up. Y'all know how we do on this channel. We see what happens, right? Okay. Now, I didn't put a hole in the top, but you probably will want to. This one's thicker. The hole wouldn't be right up in there. This one's different. I made a mistake. I don't know if y'all can see what I did, but I made a mistake on the paint. See how it goes across over there? But not over here. Let's see if I can do this. That was easy. Oops. Got a little bleed. Sorry if I'm making y'all dizzy. There we go. I'm trying to make it match a little bit. Alright, get this off of here. And then copper down low. See if that works. I like those colors. And you can always get a paintbrush and brush your paint on. It's up to you. There's no right or wrong. Ooh, I'm so glad I did that over here. This is definitely different from wood. If I was painting on a wood piece, the paint or the water in the paint would absorb into the actual wood blank. I think I like these. I'm not gonna lift them up because I don't want to mess up. I don't want the paint to drip down. Let me see if I can lift it up, and I'll have to come back. Yes, I like that. And I'm thinking I'll put some earrings on here like I did on this one. It'll be, it'll be a jump ring like I did on here. All right. We'll be back after this dries and I'll show you what I'm gonna do to finish it off. Be right back. Alrighty guys, so this is what it looks like dry. I did pull it off from under the fan too soon and I touched it, so I had to redo the paint there. So I want to give her some earrings. So I found these charms. And I'm going to see what they look like. Now, I think I also want to resin this at the end. You know, make it nice and shiny, or maybe the top will be resined and this will not. I'm not sure, but I want to do the earrings almost at a slant. I don't know. Well, let's just see what happens. So I'm going to use, I have UV resin in this bottle, and I'm just gonna dab some position my charm. Oops. I had a feeling that was gonna happen. Oh, come on. Drop. It's raining out. Alright, that's about as good as it's gonna get. Put this on here just to hold it until I'm ready to put my final coat. It's actually blowing really hard out there right now. I must not have been watching the weather. I knew it was gonna rain. I didn't know it was gonna be stormy. Alright, so that is what it looks like right now. And I'll come back after I resin it. I feel like there should be something else. We'll see. But right now, that's what I got.